Good morning. Hey. I'm tired as Jax. I'm so tired. However, I am up. I did get up a little bit later. Actually, I got up early. The schedule doesn't change, but I dozed back to sleep. So I'm not out here. I didn't get out here till like 9:30 instead of 7:30. So anyway, it is what it is. But it's hot as Jax. It is so humid out here already. I'm not even sure what the temperature is, but it does feel closer to like 80, 85, something like that. And it's humid with a light breeze. So I got a couple of teenagers coming today to volunteer, and they're excited. So we've got some stuff to do. But first, look at this little, they're not here yet, but look at this little bed of basil. Look at that. All those basil seedlings. There's purple and green, and there's some holy basil in there too that's already going to seed. But I just love this little bed. So closer to market time, I'm going to pull some of these and put them in pots so they can get a little bit bigger. And I definitely need to just space them out, right? Or thin them out. But yeah, tons of basil. So the neighbor would start mowing his grass as I'm filming. But let me show y'all, garden cleanup is real, honey, and it has gone really well. Almost there. But let me show y'all real quick what it looked like. Boom! So tons of progress, tons and tons of progress, but just a little bit more to go. So I've never really stepped back and looked at this picture. It's been a while of what this garden looks like from the street. So yeah, I'm pleased. It just doesn't look like my beds are filled out. I have stuff planted everywhere. So I dropped some more red burgundy bean, bush bean seeds a few days ago. But the thing is, if you have irrigation, you have to plant the seed next to the irrigation or it's not going to get much water, right? And so when I had volunteers here, I was just telling them to put the seeds where there's space. You know, I just wanted them to drop them. And that doesn't necessarily work well if you just have a drip that is dripping in one area instead of a sprinkler or overhead or hand watering. So, you know, oops. You live and you learn. But this is what it looks like, and I'm so pleased. So excited. Some things I would do differently is, you know, all my in-ground beds, my no-till beds, I would definitely, I told you in the last video, lay that fabric just like I did in this bed after we weeded. So this bed will have some fabric too soon. I have a strawberry patch here. So but we're gonna lay that landscape fabric there. I can't deal with the weeds. You know, I can weed and then 4 days later it's right back like it was. So yeah, I just need some relief from the weed pressure in my life. And then if I knew I wouldn't do all this work for, I just don't know how long we're gonna be here, y'all. And I know sometimes that can, people are like, you know, who cares, just do it, just do what you feel like you need to do. But I don't know, I really want this whole area. Either I could put the fabric down and that, because that would be easy to take up, and then I could just resow grass seed if the next owners want grass here, or they can do it themselves. But I really wanted to wood chip this whole area, because I have the resource to do so. Someone that can drop off wood chips for free. They offered to do it for free because they have tons and they need to get rid of them. So I really wanted to wood chip this whole area, but I don't know if I should do that or not. I haven't made up my mind. What do y'all think? I don't know. So as I'm waiting for these kiddos to get here, I have started planting more seeds already. It is the end of June, and you know, most of the crops are going to be like lettuces, kales, Swiss chard, stuff that I'm gonna have for the market, that I want for the market. But I decided to start a round now because in the past I've tried to sow for the fall, and my first batch always dies. Always. not everything, but most things, and that drives me nuts. So I'm gonna do that. So I planted some kale, two dinosaur kale, some purple kale. That's not what it's called, like scarlet kale, but it's purple. And I also planted some Swiss chard yesterday. We're gonna sow some carrot seeds today in the backyard because I have a bed that needs to be cleaned out. That was all root crops, or mostly root crops, and they went to seed. So we're gonna clear that bed and plant carrots there. And so yeah, I'm just gonna start around now. It's in the shade over there under those trees, but up against the house there's some bushes there. So I put them there, and then I'm gonna start another round the first week of July. And I'm gonna start another round 2 weeks after that. So I should have enough plant starts that, you know, just to kind of test out, because a lot of people don't garden in the fall. They don't. And so I'm gonna plant that many and then have some for my personal garden as well. And I don't want a whole lot, I'll probably put them in the backyard. I probably will not plant out the front yard at all for the fall winter. I need a break, especially with having this newborn. I think I'm just gonna take my break this year and not try to do a year round